Hi everyone, welcome back to Aidans Railways. I've managed to get a hold of some more goods rolling stock. It's something I've been looking at doing. I've managed to get 4 more new items. One of them is a little bit different, a little bit special. One's very much specific to a collection that I have. And well, let's take a closer look. So here we have a Bachmann branch line 12-ton ventilated wagon. Now if we take a look at the side, you can see 37-806 is 12-ton ventilated van in army green. So out of the packaging, what have we got? Well, we've got a 12-ton vent wagon in army green with army 47555 and number 32 over here. The way the paint's been done on it is it's like a satin finish. It's not matte or glossy or anything like that. So it's got a nice neutral finish, I would say, to it. It even looks, although I don't think it has, it looks like it's been weathered. It's got that impression like it's had a black wash put over it. And I think you'll see what I mean here. It really does pick out all of the actual detail in the moulding. On the end, we've got our vent and what looks like corrugated finish at one side, or could just all be the vents. We've actually got a lamp iron there on the end. We've got a imitation coupling hook. We've got plastic buffers, NEM pocket couplings, 3-hole disc metal wheels, plenty of detail on the chassis with rivets, with the axle boxes, the springs, the brake rigging, and of course the manual brake handle there as well. On the roof we've got alternate ribs for the drain and the vents at the top as well. Very nice. Why did I get this? Well, anyone who's a regular viewer to the channel will know that I have a particular fondness for the Longmoor military railway, and in fact all war railways, war department, any army railways, the ROD, all that sort of thing. I've got quite a fascination with it, and I've got quite a collection. But this is realistically the first army van that I've got. And the reason I bought it was apart from the fact that I really like the look of it, is I need a basis to work from if I'm going to start making further rolling stock to go with my collection of the Longmoor military items, as well as just the war department items and things like that. So having this in front of me is a good basis, something to work from, you know, the style in which it's been done and all that sort of thing. So there we have it. We have my 12-ton ventilated wagon in army green. So next up we have got a Hornby wagon here. What have we got? We have got our 6805. It's a 3-plank wagon, GRANOMAC, and it's number 337. Purchased this recently from the model shop. That would be Durham Trains of Stanley, at what I would call a very fantastic price for a brand new wagon. So we've got the recommended retail at £12.99 and their price of £11.05. I think that's very reasonable for a brand new wagon. So let's get into the box. So there, what we got here. So focused in, and we can see we've got the GRANOMAC printed on the side. Is that Bryden Hill Granite Quarries? Cregan, I think, as North Wales. I have no idea. Number 337, we've got our Terra 521, and let's see how close we can get. There we go. We can see some printed detail there. Very, very fine, very, very small. I can't make it out, but we have got it. It's all there. It's nice and it's nicely detailed. It is a very, very small wagon. There's plenty of detail in the way of rivets and such like on all of the imitation metal work there. All the way along the hinges and the brackets. We've got our manual handbrake there. Our axle boxes, spoked metal wheels on this one. Spoked metal wheels. And plenty of detail there on the chassis. Around the side we've got our dummy coupling hook. Plastic buffers. And we've got the older D-shaped couplings, but they can be unscrewed, they can be replaced with other things. But as in a previous video I have pointed out, it's actually quite easy to get a hold of replacement coupling hooks or couplings in general, and make them smaller, make them larger. But I think that one will stay exactly how it is. It's nicely depicted in the inside with wood panels or wood planks, depending on how you want to put it. But there we have a very, very nice Hornby 3-plank wagon, the GRANOMAC R6805. So next up, bit of a spur of the moment purchase, and that would be this Oxford Rail wagon. And you can see there, really decent price for a brand new item. Recommended at $11.95, and it was only cost £10.15. So what have we actually got here? Let's have a look at the back and see what the description says. We've got a weathered Fulton coal 7-plank wagon. So yes, this is weathered. That was something that actually attracted me to it. When I looked through the panel here at the front, I thought that looks dirtied up. This could be interesting. So let's get into the packaging. So just before I discard the box for the moment, as you can see on the front there, weathered in Wales. Weathered in Wales. So let's have a look. What have we got here? Right, we have got prices on request. Fulton, we've got a running number of 602. Now let's see how close we can get this and see what it says. So colliery agents and contractors. London. Yep. So there's plenty of print on there, but obviously it's been weathered, so it's really quite difficult to make some of it out, but that's great. This isn't sort of like a matte, how can I put it, rough weathering. It doesn't have that roughness like a sand feel to it at all. It's actually quite glossy, and to be honest, it could possibly do with a bit of a matte varnish spray over the top of it, because it is actually really quite shiny. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it is really quite shiny. But yes, let's just move slightly down further. So let's move to the chassis, and we can see we've got plenty of detail along the chassis here. We've got our manual brake, our brake rigging and axle boxes, springs, all of the usual. We've got spoked metal wheels, plastic buffers, and a rather substantial, I don't know how well it's going to pick it out, but a rather substantial imitation coupling hook that actually has quite a significant amount of detail to that coupling hook. I would say far more superior to, say, this one. As you can see there, if you look at that one, and then now look at that one. Definitely far superior in detail for something so small. Underneath, plenty of detail, and we've got our NEM pocket couplings, obviously stating it's from Oxford. On the end there, you can see that shine again. I definitely think this is going to need some kind of matte spray varnish over the top just to dull it down a bit. I think I'll definitely put a load into this. You can see the inside's been sprayed up a little bit, but I think there'll be a load going into this. It's quite nice, and it's very, I wouldn't say it's very light. It's definitely bottom heavy, but very freewheeling. So there's a nice Oxford Rail wagon. This is my first piece of, I believe anyway, this is my first piece of Oxford Rail rolling stock. I've got the two Dean Goods locomotives, but I'm pretty sure that this is my very first piece of Oxford Rail rolling stock. So let's hope there's more. Now for something very special. And I am sure you'll have probably seen this all over the internet recently, especially on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that sort of thing. And it has appeared quite a bit on YouTube as well. This was brought to my attention by a viewer and fellow video maker here on YouTube, Aidan, some time ago. And I thought, as soon as I see these released, I'm going to have to get a hold of one. I will put a link in the description so that you can go straight to the Only Fools and Horses site, and where they sell loads of different merchandise from the series. But as soon as I saw this was available, I was straight on and got one ordered, and it arrived in literally a couple of days. What we have here is a Trotters Independent Traders New York, Paris and Peckham van. So let's just have a quick look at the packaging itself, because I think this is really rather special. So it is limited edition, and Hornby have teamed up with the Only Fools and Horses crew. So we've got the Trotters Independent Traders Railway van, And I do believe on the back there is some amusing information. So we'll read it out. Trotters Independent Traders Railway Van. Thanks to Monkey Harris and a storage shed down in Clapham Junction, Trotters Independent Traders have now entered the age of the train with their very own rolling stock in this vibrant British Rail yellow. Now I have to admit I only bought one. There was a part of me that was tempted to buy more than one, but then I thought I only really need one. It's a brilliant sort of keepsake. It's a limited edition item, and it's lovely just to have it there. You could create a scene on the layout. So let's get into the packaging and have a quick old butcher's, as they might say, of what's inside. So I don't believe I've got a wagon in this particular shape anyway, this style of roof or this type of vented van, but it is very bright yellow. It looks actually lighter, as I'm looking here, it looks lighter on the camera than it is on the actual wagon. The wagon's quite a really nice yellow, very much in fitting with Trotters Independent Traders. Wonderfully printed there on the sides. And you can see where Monkey Harris and Delboy and people will be keeping their stuff inside on these doors. We've got plastic buffers, and the coupling hook on this one is of significantly more better detail, as you can see there. I just thought we'd compare that there after we'd looked at the FULTON one. But yes, we've got spoked metal wheels, no plastic rubbish, so Trotters are definitely going up in the world. Plenty of detail on that chassis with rivets, bolts, etc., as well as the springs, axle boxes, brake rigging. Don't believe, no there is, yes there is a manual brake handle there as well. Yes, we can see it. Exactly the same on the opposite side. We've got the push-in D-shaped couplings. Obviously they can be changed to something a little smaller, but I think these are going to stay perfectly well where they are there. And we can see it's a trademarked item and it's copyrighted of the BBC. So there we go. Look at that, the wonderful world of Trotters Independent Traders. Now I did recently purchase the Delboy Rodney Trotters Independent Traders Only Fools and Horses twin pack Scalextric Reliant Regal and the Ford Capri. A few viewers know that I've actually got that because I did put a picture a while ago on one of the social media sites. If you would like me to review those items or have a closer look at those items, let me know in the comments. I will happily do it. The only reason I haven't actually done it is because this is Aidans Railways. So it does run on tracks, they do run on tracks, but I don't want to upset anyone by putting Scalextrics or slot car items on. And we have got quite a number of different ones. I've got the 1960s Batmobile, as well as the Back to the Future DeLorean. So if you do want me to take a look at them, make a video about them, I'll be more than happy to do so. But please do let me know in the comments or send me a message. So there we have Trotters Independent Traders Railway Van. Absolutely love this. I'm sure there'll be many of you out there who might have one of these or more. I've seen someone with 4 or 5 of them so far. But I'll put a link in the description, and there's plenty of other items on the Trotters site, including many 00 scale vehicles from the TV show. So there's 4 items that have winged their way recently to Aidans Railways. I hope you enjoyed that closer look at them, and maybe as to why I actually got a hold of some of them and things like that. So at the moment, I would say my favourites are Trotters at number 1, followed by my Bachmann Army van at number 2, and these are a joint third, both the Hornby and the Oxford Rail, with the Oxford Rail nipping in just in front with the weathered effect and the rather more detailed coupling hook. So thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, click on the round button. If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch some more, there's another video at the top of the screen and there's a playlist at the bottom. See you again soon.